Now, if you're heading away, be it home or abroad this weekend, there is no better way to keep the little ones in your life happy than to give them a book to read, or even just something to look at the pictures. Particularly useful if the weather is appalling and they can't go out.
Which it might happen this weekend. Our reviewer, Kieran Grimes, is here with his top recommendations. Morning to you, Kieran.
Good morning. Welcome back. Good
Thank
to see
you very much. It's great to be back.
Good.
Let's crack straight into it.
Okay, let's go straight into it. Well, the first one is a book. It's the accompaniment to the film Wall-E.
I haven't seen this film yet.
It is magnificent.
Is it really good?
It is this generation's E.T. It's
brilliant.
It's an amazing piece of work, and it's a beautiful film.
Is it as moving as E.T.?
Oh, it's
yes.
gorgeous.
Really?
The actual robot, it's just his facial expressions and the eyes, they just kind of droop and it's just brilliant, and it really tugs on the heartstrings. But the book, it's a perfect accompaniment to it, because there's some things in it that may go over your head when you watch it for the first time, like what does Wall-E stand for, W-A-L-L-E, and he meets a female robot called Eve, EVE, and what that stands for and why she's come to Earth. So little things that you might have not have picked up while watching it the first time, because it's very intricate and very detailed film, and the storyline's quite complex in parts, so it fills it out. And
maybe a good way to encourage a slightly reluctant reader.
Well, yeah, absolutely. If you enjoyed the film, it's a good way to get you to read, because if you don't read, well, you're going to be more inclined to read something that you enjoy or know about or have seen on in the cinema. And it's only something like 128 pages, and it's quite big print. And in the middle of it, there are stills from the film as well, which is another nice incentive to read it. And also, it could be a little momentum from the film. If your child really enjoyed it, well, they've got the pictures there to browse over, and they'll really they'll love it. And it retails at €5.40.
Oh, that's good value. What age group, Karen?
I would say between probably 6 to 10.
Okay.
Before that, maybe they could be read to, but it is a bit technical, some of the expressions, so maybe it's a slightly older child.
Okay.
But if they really enjoy the film, I would definitely get it for them. And it's a great incentive.
If they enjoy the film, they'll want every single piece of merchandise.
And they've got great pictures inside as well.
The T-shirts, the duvet, everything.
The sticker albums, there's everything in there that you can get.
The same thing, but for an older would be the High School Musical.
Well, High School Musical,
I mean, High School Musical 3 is coming out soon, isn't it?
High School Musical 3 is coming out in October. I saw the trailer for it actually already, and believe it or not, but the first High School Musical, it was out 2.5 years ago, and High School Musical 2 was out a year ago, so they've churned them out fairly quickly. And basically, this is an annual, and it's the East High, which is the fictional high school. It's just basically gossip, and there's a giant poster. There's over 70 stickers, as it says on the cover. But if you love the musical, you love this. And but the thing is, if you want your kids to be springing and dancing and singing around the living room during the summer, maybe some people mightn't want that. But if you want that, get them this. And
well, these are their heartthrobs and they're superstars now, Kieran. I mean, Ashley Tisdale, Vanessa Hudgens, and what's his name?
Zac Efron. Yeah.
Efron.
I know if I was a teenage girl, I'd be mad for this. You would just be so into it.
There's a giant poster, so if you want your kids to have a huge poster on the wall, I mean, they will love it, and it's very colourful.
Don't think there's any wall space on Sophie's wall left anymore.
And it's filled with gossip and stuff.
Oh, the all her mates. And they were onto this 3 years ago. They were onto it before the adults knew anything
about it. It's a movement in itself.
Yeah.
It's
I mean, it started off as a television film, and now it's getting its first theatrical release, High School Musical 3. So, but I mean, they're now in their senior year, and will they all stay together? What's going to happen to them? It's all packed in here.
So if they're not leaping and dancing around the living room, they could be playing old-fashioned games.
This book is fantastic. It really brought me back. It's called The Games Book, How to Play the Games of Yesteryear. So I'm sure you had your favourite game when you were...
I just liked hide and seek. I know it's very simple and basic, but I loved it.
Hide and seek is in here and explains the rules, because so many kids nowadays, as we know, play their consoles or their PlayStations or whatever, and they may not engage in these kind of games.
So there's a generation of kids who don't know what hide and seek is?
Hide and seek, and it's not just hide and seek. There's things like What's the Time, Mr. Wolf, Blind Man's Buff, musical chairs, leapfrog, hopscotch, TIG or tag, stick in the mud, I Spy, things that you might kind of think, well, you know, we know what they are. But some kids mightn't, and it explains them, and it's got a very 1950s retro illustrations in the book as well, and it gives tips and it gives little kind of hints on how to cheat as well. So it's actually quite fun, and how to play runny or Jim, you know, the card games as well. So if you're traveling in a journey in the car, or if it's raining and you happen to be you have to stay in your hotel, mobile home. Yeah. This is perfect, but it really brought me back. So yeah.
I think it's really sad there's no little kids out there
and
doing
it's a small handbook
games
as well. It's easy to hold and it's hard. It won't get dirty or it won't get torn or anything like that.
Very quickly, we've got two more to get through. One is a dinosaur book, which, let's face it, you can't go really wrong with.
This is brilliant. Do you know why dinosaurs were extinct? Well, this will explain it all.
Why?
Well, they basically fought each other to the death over underpants.
Of course.
That's what happened. I mean, cavemen decided to put on underwear to kind of hide their modesty and to hide their nudity. And the dinosaurs got jealous. So the dinosaurs stole the underpants, but there weren't enough to go around. So they fought each other and they ended up extincting themselves. So, but the illustrations
So it wasn't a comet, it was underpants.
It
was underpants. And this is a follow-up to Aliens Love Underpants. And it's great. And the writing is rhyming. So it's very, you know, it's fun.
It's for younger age group.
It's for really younger, I would say 3, 4 and 5, and this could be read to them. And
I love dinosaurs.
I mean, kids love all things dinosaurs. So
your final book?
The final book is called...
We're being told wrap here.
Oh, okay. Pick me up. This is an encyclopedia for kids as well, but it's quite different. There's no A to Z in it as such. But there's
you just open it at random.
Open it at random, and there are various words that are bolded and underlined, which will bring you to other pages. So it shows how everything is interconnected. It's like Wikipedia, only in...
For kids.
All right. Kieran, thank you very much indeed.
Thank you, Kieran.
No problem.
Now, Alan.